Alrighty. Welcome back.
Make haste. I would have words with
To Arnorin. We just killed? Oh my god, so much shit. Wait, do I have the ring on? Oh, I'm wearing the armor. Forget. We have a lot of... We have a lot. I'm probably not going to use this, but I might.
Like your mind.
thy hunger denied. Seluna's faithful yet shines. The balance shifts. Thou hast seen with thine own eyes and felt in thine urges. The dead three unite. There are depths to this alliance yet unplumbed. Consider, mortal. Do illithids possess souls?
I'm not sure. Don't all living things?
No. Nor canst thou count mind flayers among them. Yet, the three amass an illithid army void of apostolic souls that could imbue them with power. A flock without souls, yet to what end, O tempted one? This is the question thou must come to answer. Until such time, be availed of my services.
You know these urges. What can you tell me?
Nothing thou dost not already know.
Why are you here?
Where matters of balance are concerned, I am eternally cold.
You seem to know a lot about the Dead Three.
Yes, Bane, Lord of Darkness, Baal, Lord of Murder, Merkel, Lord of Bones. Once judged, ascended, then vanquished as one and as three. The alliance is reforged, mortal. The plains thus quake, and the gods shudder.
It's you dead. How'd you survive it? Nathaniel. I had to look after him.
Helen! Isabel! My love. You were dead. I saw your body. I'm here. And so are you. And my father, he can't hurt us any longer. I dreamt every night that you'd come back to me. That somehow it was all a nightmare Dawn would undo. I had no dreams at all. Nothing but darkness. And when I woke, my father said you were dead. His soul was poisoned by the god of death. His sick devotion ruined him. But for all his sins, he brought you back to me. Are you all right? I will be. And you? In this moment, I want for nothing.
Aw.
Ah, there you are. This is Aelin. Aelin, this is... Oh, but we have met. This is the soldier that freed me most valiantly from the Shadowfell. They watched my boot crush the very brain of villainy, and fought well against your changed father. May he rest in peace at last, now that he's dead. I have more to thank you for than I knew. and we have much to discuss. Perhaps we could join you in your camp later?
Absolutely.
We look forward to it.
You there, Sharon. By the fires of your camp's hearth, we will discuss all we must.
I'll be ready. Whatever you have to say had better be worth your life.
Now, you will leave us. We must take succor in one another's bodies and words.
Aelin! We'll see you later.
Yeah.
Thaniel rests well. He's healing very rapidly, now that Oliver has returned to him.
Gotta get up.
I knew I could put my faith in you. If only we had met sooner.
So when will the curse actually be lifted?
I can't say for certain, but we'll see it come to pass long before this place recedes behind us. Don't worry. All is at hand. We can depart whenever you're ready.
What happened to Oliver exactly?
No more than my right hand can absorb my left. Oliver is helping Thaniel to recover. They both lie dormant, like trees awaiting spring. Once the curse is lifted, they can stand as one or as a pair, whatever they wish. I hope they will remain as a pair. It will be good for them both to have a friend, once I'm gone. Still, I would like to return here someday. See Thaniel and Oliver again. In my meditations, or perhaps in person, if the Oak Father wills it. I hope he does.
But now.
I have. But perhaps there is more that I want. Anyway, once the curse is lifted, nature can take its course without me. I belong at your side.
Glad to have you.
And I'm glad to be had. Glad to be with you, I mean.
You'd make a... These boots have seen everything. When Duke Elton formed the Flaming Fist, he sought out people of courage and honor to fill its ranks. You saved Thaniel, lifted the curse, and killed an immortal. It's safe to say you'd have been recruited in an instant.
Thank you.
Of course, I have no idea what life is like under Duke Ravengard's rule, but I've seen the respect he inspires in the Flaming Fist. And that tells me all I need about him as a leader. I hope you can save Duke Ravengard. For the good of Baldur's Gate.
Come with me.
Thank you. But look at me. I am a relic. A glimpse of history barely strong enough to stand on his own 2 feet. Besides, Thaniel should have someone here when he wakes up. It's the least I can do.
And then I wish you luck.
You too, my friend.
It's, well, the way I hear it, the fighting's not done
Kind of
yet.
goodies to sell.
You need to resupply.
No.
Come on, let's go.
I wonder what the next move is.
But we do.
The work is never done.
I'd have to use that. Okay. Where is Chihira? No.
I would not linger in this land over long. But whatever your business, I will aid you if I can.
Nice. Okay.
We leave the heart of the Absolute alive. Thanks to you. You did well to defeat Ketheric. But Ketheric was only the first to fall. There are many more battles ahead, and they will not be so easily won. You will need allies.
I know.
Jaheira's wisdom will be an asset to you on the journey ahead. Her Harper's too. Halsin's strength and loyalty will bolster you in times of need. But if we are to succeed, we will need others.
I see more allies in the city.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. Baldur's Gate may not know it yet. Seek on its streets together.
The road to Baldur's Gate is west of the town. If we hurry, right before the Absolute's forces.
The curse is broken and...
The disc appears in your mind's eye. Lae'zel sees it too, and considers the vision.
Quite similar to the boy's slate from the crash. The Tirsu are enciphered, but I see the pattern. It's another story about Orpheus.
Read it to me.
I'll translate then. The Prince of the Comet, Part 3. The histories tell us that Commander Voss, Gestil Kithrak, pierced Prince Orpheus clean through with his sword of silver, that his flesh was torn and fed to the great red dragon of Felaman. Vlaakith's faithful roar out this tale, but beneath the roars, we hear whispers carrying truth and prophecy. The Prince of the Comet is not dead. The Prince of the Comet will come again. The Prince of the Comet will liberate us from Vlaakith's tyranny. Praise be to Mother Gith, Queen of the One Sky. Praise be to your son, Orpheus, the true heir, Prince of the Comet. This is more than a fable. It's an affront to the undying Queen Vlaakith. Gith's son died to Voss's blade. Orpheus is no more.
Could he really be alive?
It is not just improbable, it is impossible. Kithrak Voss and his red dragon slayed the fell prince. You could no more resurrect him than you could glue together the pile of ashes he became. My Vash taught that the silver bells of Vlaakith's court still ring out before every hunt in celebration of the prince's defeat. As a child, I longed to hear them for myself, and sing in praises to the deathless queen and her Githraki.
Who's the Grey Dragon?
Tiamat's emissary. It was he who carried word that Mother Gith had negotiated the gift of the dragons, and that Vlaakith the First would preside as queen of the Githyanki. The Felaman remains the queen's consort to this day, as endless as the empire he now serves. Anything more?
I never saw myself as a banisher of shadows before. I was always more of a lurker-in, historically.
What is that hat?
Before anything else, I need to know where it's happening. To the public, Cazador is an ordinary noble, a little reclusive perhaps, but just another of the great and the good of Baldur's Gate. He has a grand palace on the hills of the gate, where he hosts the city's high society. I don't know if he performed the ritual there. It feels too public. He'd risk exposure.
We should ask around.
I hope so. Because I'm not striking another deal with Raphael. Knows what he'd demand this time. But if the citizens of Baldur's Gate don't know anything, my brothers and sisters might. Cazador is a master of secrets, but the other spawn must have seen something.
I think we've done rather a good thing here. A welcome change to give this land a sliver of hope amongst so much despair.
The shadows are losing their grip on these lands. Shah can indeed be thwarted. Comforting to know. You wanted something?
How are you feeling?
Do you really need to ask?
Oh.
I'm sorry. I have a lot on my mind. The shadow fell. Night song. I can think of little else.
Nice having something clean to do.
Yes. I'm counting on it. I have little else to turn to. The sooner I speak to Nightsong, the sooner I'll know what the future holds for me. Assuming I have a future at all.
I'm here for you.
Thank you. I think any
Alright,
attempts
I
at
think she said
comforting
that.
me might be in vain just now. I'm sorry. It might be best kept until...
Wish we could stay and see what this place will be like without the shadows. I bet it's beautiful. No rest for the wicked, huh?
You gotta find
You
Ernest.
saw the extent of Flo's friendship. She'll lend you a hand, long as she can crush your spirit while she's at it. I knew never to let my guard down around her. She always made me laugh, even when I least wanted to. If she'd been completely different from who she was, we might have been real friends.
She gave you a note. You do have real friends.
Thank the gods. And I do, every day. What's on your mind?
I'm sure they should
He
go
got his
Tesh.
claws into me early. I was a wild kid, brawling my way through the city. One of my mates got wind of a bit of work guarding some indoorsy type with lots of enemies. Seemed like easy money, so I went in for it. He took one look at me and said I was perfect. I liked that. Not like that, you know. Just... it felt like a good fit. I kept him safe, and he paid me well. Well enough to move my folks into a better neighborhood and put something away for the future. My future. I respected him, trusted him. And he returned that trust, that respect. His life was in my hands, and I took that seriously. The whole thing with Zauriel happened so fast. I had no idea what had gone down until it was over. One minute I was in Baldur's Gate, a happy, healthy, not quite kid. The next, I was burning up in Avernus with an engine for a heart. Zauriel laughed. Said she paid him well for my services. She'd wanted to test her new machine, and he said I'd be able to handle it. He was right. Sometimes I wish he weren't. Evil, evil bastard. What's on your mind?
Getting the dialogue out of the way.
Gods be damned. With that parasite in his brain, Father could wreak untold havoc in the Absolute's name. Should Baldur's Gate fall to the Absolute, every one of the coast cities will be ripe for the plucking. We're not just fighting for our cure, We're fighting for my father. We're fighting for the gate. We're fighting for all of Faerun.
Just said you can tell me the truth.
Yes, but first a question. If your home were under siege, what would you sacrifice to save it?
Yeah, my life.
As would I. And more. I was 17. Father, older Ravengard, had just been named a Grand Duke and was called away to Elturel to help settle a dispute. That's when the cult of the dragon made its move.
The cult of the dragon, a fractured religion. Some believers hold that undead dragons will inherit the world. Others worship the dragon goddess Tiamat and intend to summon her to Faerun.
Continue.
A 10-day after Father left, I heard a whisper as I slept. Duskhawk Hill. The Queen of Chaos awakens. Go alone. I grabbed a rapier and set out. There wasn't a cloud in the sky, yet not a single star was shining. There they were, gathered at the foot of the hill.
Your head tingles. Will wants to show you what happened.
Go ahead.
In the looming shadow of the mount, 5 groups of 5 figures each encircle a lofty totem. Atop each totem, a dragon's head is carved, and a massive orb held in its mouth. The cultists chant, first softly, then crying to the starless sky. There is a crack of thunder, a gust of wind. The dragon's white head appears in the storm. As the maelstrom howls, Mizura's lips press to your ear. She will destroy Baldur's Gate. Grant me your soul, and I will give you the power to save it, she whispers.
She read the terms while 2 devils stood witness. And I said yes. 1 soul for 1 city.
A brave choice.
I don't know that it was brave. I just know that it was right. The moment I agreed, I burned with the fires of Avernus and oozed the rot of Dis. The cultists choked on our poisons and burned from our flames. And when we were done, all that remained were 5 grayed orbs atop a pile of ash. My soul was bound, and my lips were sealed.
Why'd she want to save it?
She didn't. She came on order of her mistress, Zariel. Tiamat made a play for power, another pet added to her warlock menagerie.
Yeah, you lost your eye.
It is. Mizora replaced it with a sending stone. I could flee to the spine of the world, or the depths of the lower dark, and still
What about the father?
He returned to an unsuspecting city and a wayward son with a smirking devil at his side. I tried to tell him the truth, but my mouth couldn't form the words. I'd led him to the battlefield, but Mizora had swept it clean. I showed him my stone eye, but he only turned away. After, he said only,
Return it later.
I understand. Worm's Rock Fortress. All travelers to Baldur's Gate. It serves the Absolute's armies on the map.
Odin.
I'd never heard tell of. A bit player was.
Strategist.
I don't remember much beyond that.
Furious as your father.
He did, and Grand Duke Ravengard.
You miss him.
The better question is.
We got stuff to do.
I would not linger in the... You're sure?
For this next part, we're gonna grab Lizelle.
Greet. It is.
I don't have the space. I guess we're in 7 key points now. Turn into an archer. Fuck it. The other one's a reaction.
The road to Baldur's Gate is up ahead. No turning back once we start down that road.
The Wargas failed to kill you. I won't make the same mistake.
Okay. Wait. I just wasted everyone's action.
My turn.
That was such a waste.
Down the hatch.
Time to push my luck again. Light on my feet.
Can it Alex resistance?
Fast. On the move.
Whew. Pretty sure we get a long rest anyways.
So much for peace.
Oh my god. That was easy.
Now these lands are free.
It is as we knew. My people have turned their blades against us. They will emerge from the shadows and descend from the skies, and we will grant them their only just fate. Death.
That's about right. All of this.
Have to keep going. Looks like an army.
Actually.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. Never wanted the easy path.
Let's go.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Greetings.
There you go. Oh.
What do you know about me? You spoke of my past, being chased by wolves. I told no one about that. Almost no one. But I certainly didn't share that with you.
There is nothing I can tell you that you do not already know yourself. They trained you well, trained you hard. Chiseled away any part of you that did not fit their plan. They made you forget.
I chose to do that. For the mission to protect Shah's...
Secrets. Yes, yes, that is an old song, girl. Your goddess cares more for her precious secrets than she does her devotees.
Get to the point.
When you freed me, you severed a bond between me and that dog, Thorm. A bond of pain. His, inflicted on me. When I laid eyes on you, I sensed a similar bond. You, tethered to two others. Someplace distant. Let me help you remember.
You feel Shadowheart's mind tug at the edges of your own. You know this sensation. She wants you to see whatever is about to be revealed.
Okay.
Your mind joins with Shadowheart's. Something pulls at you both, bringing you elsewhere.
What? Who was that man?
You already know. Did you not see yourself in him? Do you not recognize your own blood?
My father. That was him.
That is him. He lives still. And your mother, too.
No. It can't be. I'm an orphan.
And who told you that? Your adoptive family? You are not to blame. You were young, impressionable. They took you because they wanted to break and remake you. But you are a child no longer. You are a woman. One who knows what must be done.
My parents. I need to save them.
Oh.
Your parents are with your abductors. You will need to return to their lair. But be warned. You may have once thought of them as comrades, mentors, friends, even lovers. They will all be enemies now. You have been forewarned for what is to come, but not yet forearmed.
She cast that into the shadow.
I was able to retrieve it before it sank too far into Shah's umbral domain. Shah is quick to discard whatever she has no use for. I think you know that well enough, but I felt it call to me as I took flight. Whatever Shah calls her own, Selûne has equal claim to. They are one and the same. Their power is matched and mirrored. Take it. You will find it useful. What you do with it, that will be up to you. Same as before.
I'll need every advantage, it seems. Thank you.
A debt repaid. You returned my life unto me. Now go and claim your own.
It hurts.
Shah torments you still. What a spiteful creature she is. This will not stop until you take action. See that your parents' sacrifices are not in vain. Allow the Moon Maiden to guide you at last.
Ba-da-da-da. damn, there's too much shit. So much things, too much shit.
Did you want something? If not, I'm perfectly happy to just gaze upon you a while.
That was adorable.
They should all be
Lots of dialogue.
I've been lied to. My whole life. And I was gullible enough to just believe it. My parents are alive, and I have to save them. I think a part of me always knew that. A part that Shah denied to me.
Whatever you must do, I'd be by your side.
Thank you. But I want you to refrain from foolish heroics. When the time comes, we'll be entering a nest of vipers. I couldn't bear to lose you. Not after everything. We'd better press on for now. But before that, there's one thing I need to see to.
What's up?
You'll see for yourself soon enough. Just leave it with me.
There you are. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation. Come closer.
What is it?
Feel my voice rattle your bones as I proclaim our victory. Moon Maiden Selûne, hear me. Ketheric Thorm, traitor, apostle of Merkel, is dead at last. My mate, Most High. Darling Isabel is safe and well. Safe and well, and returned to my embrace. Blessings upon the slayer of the Wicked One.
But I'm proud of
We
this.
are a powerful party indeed. Faerun itself trembles at our touch. My darling Isabel says we will stay allied at your side. I am pleased to hear it.
Still a good I don't know about
Pray,
you.
ask, and I will tell.
Are you really Selûne's daughter?
Do I not radiate with my mother's brightness? There can be no doubt. I am of her silvered
Would your mother be
flesh.
willing to aid us?
Why, she already has. So mighty are her wonders, her great wisdom. Together,
How'd
we
you
will
come to be
set
trapped?
this- Ketheric Thorm, father of my one and only love. Ketheric Thorm never did trust me. Even when he worshipped the Moon Maiden, when she died. Curse the day, the hour. We each of us mourned bitterly. But he turned to wretched Shah, the Lady of Loss, for relief. He and his loathsome advisor, Balthazar, lured me into the Shadowfell, claimed they'd found someone in need of my aid. There, they trapped me in their infernal cage. I was killed, murdered, made dead over and over and over by justiciars of every make and kind. But lo, the brute is dead, and we live!
Okay.
I can't believe it. I can't believe Aelin is here. And my father. I heard what happened. What he'd become. By killing him. You set him free. You set Aelin free. And me.
What she said?
I mourn the man I knew. He was wonderful. He raised me to serve Selûne as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. He was everything to me, all my life. When an emissary of Selûne came to our little town, we were elated. Dame Aelin, daughter of the Moon Maiden herself. Tell me, do you believe in love at first sight?
Certainly.
That's exactly it. And I tell you, I took one look at her and I just knew she was it. Lucky for me, she felt the same way. But my father was skeptical. Aelin is immortal, after all. I understand it's strange. There's an imbalance between us, certainly. But I suppose loving Aelin felt the same as loving myself. It was natural. Then... And this is where I still need answers. I died. I'm not sure how, why, but all was black, black. Next I knew, I was being jolted awake. I smelled musty air, I saw shadows. And then my father's face. So changed. So hideously warped.
You can have chosen a miracle.
I didn't know that then. But I could see the change in him. He told me we'd be together now. Said that Aelin was dead. I couldn't speak. Could only run. I found last light within the shadows. Made a shelter there. Prayed my father wouldn't find me. By the time Jaheira came, I'd pieced together just enough. I couldn't tell her who I was.
Understandable.
It's all I'm...
Alright, lots of dialogue, yes. Alright, we're done. Yes, we're done.
The curse has been lifted. The land's cleansed of the shadows. Ketheric's reign of living death is over. Your courage has been tested, and in this at least, you have triumphed.
More dialogue. Gotta get through the lore somehow.
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wern's Rock is secure, and preparations for my inauguration are complete.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city. More severe this time.
So you came cowering to my chambers? I'm flattered, Sergeant. But even I cannot command natural phenomena to cease.
Forgive me, my lord, but there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the Flaming Fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth. Get back to your duties.
Duties, duties, duties. Patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping. Yes, sir. No, sir. Rip and cut your throat, sir.
Your plan is falling apart, lordling. Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Orin. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start. Neither of us expected the Prism Bearers to kill Ketheric. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
My prodigal bloodkin is among them.
They live?
Oh.
Barely. I made mince of their ugly mind matter. And if they dare return, I will strip out their offal.
Here's your bloodkin.
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence, one sleep away.
How much farther can I go? All right, what now?
Aren't you a sight for sore eyes?
I think we can just go straight to sleep, right?
Take the truth is finally dawn.
Nope.
Shadowheart.
What's up, Gale?
I was supposed to sacrifice myself to stop the Absolute. Yeah, I don't think I could have gone through with it, in truth. And I'm glad that I didn't, given what has come to light. The Elder Brain. But, more importantly, the crown that it wore. Netherese magic.
Supposed to be in Gale too, fuck.
So pure, so complete. I doubted what I was feeling at first. Most Netherese artifacts contain only the faintest amount of their former power. I can't fathom how such a wonder survived. Surely everything of its ilk was destroyed along with Netheril itself, but no matter.
What do you suggest?
We need to learn more about what we saw. An artifact as powerful as that crown must have been documented somewhere. As luck would have it, we'll soon find ourselves near one of the finest book collections this side of Candlekeep. Sorcerer's Sundries.
Sure.
I need the only kind I have. Their collection of rare tomes is unparalleled. You'll have to forgive my eagerness, but
Yeah, I just want to go to like, I want to kill something.
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the chosen. It will take but one order to transform them into an army of mind flayers. This would have been your fate too, were it not for the astral prison, and the mysterious visitor inside of it. With her help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of conquest orchestrated by the gods of death themselves. Together, you have the power to thwart the Dead Three. If you follow this path to its end, the Elder Brain will not answer to the Chosen. It will answer to you. And what then? You are prone to impulses as uncontrollable as the gods themselves. Will you even have a say in what you do? Will you liberate the true souls from their parasites and their religious delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes?
When the moment comes, I do what feels right.
You will not have long to wait. All you need to do now is sleep. But sleep is not for you.
We're under attack. Help me.
No. No. Ow. Ow. Punch for the crutch. Ow. If I do one of these, and I'm going to one of these.
Make your way to the portal. I need your help.
Still breathing, despite everything.
And I do one of these. A little bit of chop. Followed by a little chop.
Victory awaits. Just so.
That thing's not going to hold together much longer.
I'm here. Help me. I'm under attack.
Alright, we're getting this episode really quick. We'll see you guys in the next one where things get serious. Bye bye.